boys. Oh, you go. Hold on, Everett. Seize the moment.
It's a chilly night in Northern California as we welcome you to the Progressive Monday Night Kickoff. Broadcast booth, I'm Joe Buck. That's the Hall of Famer Troy Aikman. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. There's no place that he and I would rather be than sitting right here getting ready to watch the game that's going to unfold before us right on that field tonight. I know it's Christmas, but we're going to see a bare-knuckle fight down there between two of the very best in the NFL. And for San Francisco, Brock Purdy is on a heater. He's been unbelievable during this 6-game winning streak.
Yeah, and he's the big reason why this team's been able to do what they've done. And I'm not sure exactly that he was healthy during that 3-game losing streak. But, man, coming off of that bye, he's played better than any quarterback in all of football, and it's why he's in the league MVP race. But these two teams, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you can argue that they're the two most physical teams in all of football. They're very well coached. They got star power on both sides of the ball. Both come in playing with a lot of confidence. This is going to be unbelievable tonight.
In fact, John Harbaugh said maybe we should expect a physical type game between two head coaches who are sons of football coaches. And for the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson. I mean, he's already been an MVP, won it in his second season. He's in the conversation again, and boy, do they ask him to do a lot, and boy, does he do a lot.
Yeah, I don't think there's a quarterback in the game that is asked to do more than what Lamar Jackson does, and yet he comes into this season a little bit of a different look offensively with Todd Monken coming in, and the expectation was that they were going to throw the ball a lot more. Maybe that would sacrifice
passes and yards per pass attempt. But Purdy has made the case that his teammate Christian McCaffrey is more deserving of MVP honors. McCaffrey leads the league in total yards from scrimmage and has been a scoring machine this season with 20 total touchdowns. Purdy said Christian has done everything for us. He sets the tone on offense. And then there's the guy who already has MVP on his resume. Lamar Jackson catapulted himself into the conversation after his Week 15 performance against the Jaguars, making Houdini-like plays again and again, like he has in each of the last 4 seasons. Jackson is leading the Ravens in both passing and rushing, but when I asked him about the possibility of a second MVP, Lamar said he's not thinking of awards right now, just getting a win tonight. Any one of these guys, Joe, would be reason enough to watch, but all 3 in one game, Merry Christmas to us.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Lisa. Thank you. Well, the stage is set. Neither team can clinch a #1 seed tonight, but the winner of this game would clinch a #1 seed in their conference for the win next week also. A lot on the line as the offensive coordinator in Atlanta and as head coach of the 49ers back in 2019. And then John Harbaugh, third longest tenured head coach active in the National Football League, season number 16. And he's made the playoffs now 11 times over those 16 seasons, trying to lock down the #1 seed for the second time in franchise history. Tylan Wallace will return it for the Ravens. Gets hit inside the 20. Breaking tackles. And out of bounds near the 30. It's a nice return of 25 yards. Chris Conley missed a tackle, and that means Lamar Jackson and company, they set up with the ball near their 30. We'll see exactly where they put it down. That's where it'll be. And there are the numbers this season. And he does a little bit of everything. And as you said in the open, Troy, he has improved, and they have improved under Todd Monken, their first-year offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I really think Todd Monken has done an excellent job of putting this offense together and really getting more out of the passing game than what they had been in prior years. And Lamar Jackson, he has responded to that really well. He's playing some of the best football of his career.
They fake the throw and hand off to Justice Hill. And Hill gets a couple brought down by Fred Warner, who's as good as it gets at the linebacker level for the 49ers. You see Gus Edwards. He and Justice Hill will get the largest portion of the carries, especially with the injury to Keaton Mitchell, their rookie and a college free agent undrafted who tore his ACL in last week's win at Jacksonville. There's their center, Tyler Linderbaum. first-round pick from a year ago, as Jackson sets up and slings it. Incomplete for Bateman. It'll be third down as Ambry Thomas broke it up. And this defense, coordinated by Steve Wilks, number 9 overall with regard to yards per game, but you don't score a lot of points against Steve's guys.
No, and we talk about what they were able to do coming out of the bye offensively, defensively with Steve Wilks. They changed a few things up. They disguised coverages a little bit more. Coming off a tough game against Arizona last week when they gave up over 230 yards rushing. We'll see how they hold up tonight.
Third down and 8. Jackson protected. Passes out of the reach of Aguilar, and it's 3 and out for the Ravens to start the night.
Well, you come into a game like this as a quarterback, and things are happening pretty fast with this pass rush and seeing things. And they had an opportunity there on second down. They failed to complete that one. And then here on third down, Lamar's got an open receiver. He's just a little inaccurate with the throw.
So we'll get the punt from Jordan Stout with Ronnie Bell waiting deep. They are still missing their return man, Ray McLeod, who's on IR with a rib injury. They miss him. Last week, Bell put it on the ground, but was ruled down by contact in that win over the Cardinals. Good punt. Fair catch. Hauled in near the 12. It's a 55-yard punt. And you and I, Troy Aikman, have worked together long enough for me to know that when you see a young quarterback that's doing things like Brock Purdy is doing things, it's got your attention and you've become a big fan.
Yeah, I don't know that I could be a bigger fan of his than what I am. One, I like what they do offensively, and I have since Kyle Shanahan became the head coach 7 years ago. But watching Brock Purdy execute the game plan and getting through his progressions and knowing exactly where to go with the football, he's playing with a lot of confidence right now. Systems quarterback, I don't buy it, and neither.
That's McCaffrey in motion. He's going to get it out on the edge. And the outstanding second-year safety, Kyle Hamilton, is out there to make the tackle after a gain of 3. Kyle Shanahan has this lineup with the backs, the receivers. They've got talent everywhere you look. And an offensive line that is anchored by Jake Brendel in the middle. And they've got all-world left tackle Trent Williams healthy and ready to go. And well, he's as good as it gets on the edge.
He sure is. Here in his 14th year, he's still the best left tackle in the game.
Purdy sets up. Use check incomplete. Coverage on the play by Brandon Stevens. The crowd wants a flag. They don't get it. 3rd and 7.
Well, it looked from here. We'll take a look at it, but it did look from here that there was contact prior to the ball arriving. Yeah, there sure was. You see Brandon Stevens, who's played really well at corner. He's coming through his back on the way to try to make a play on the ball.
Crowd sees the replay. They don't like it again. And it's 3rd down and 7. And they get the timeout in just before the play clock expired.
We saw there, Joe, lining up on 3rd down. Marlon Humphrey lined up in the slot on Brandon Ayuk, and that's a new position for him this year. He's only taken three snaps in the slot. He's typically plays outside wide. That's a little bit of a different wrinkle for them defensively, seeing if maybe they can get a little bit more speed on the field to match up with these wide receivers, because that would then put Ronald Darby, the veteran corner, on the outside where he can play with a little more speed against this 49ers group as well.
Humphrey's been a good player in his career. 3-time Pro Bowl corner. He was an All-Pro in 2019 when the Ravens were the #1 seed, but got bounced in the divisional round. In all these teams now, you start seeing defenses trying to figure out how to defend the slot receiver, and it's Humphrey again inside. Across from Kittle on 3rd down and 7. Purdy, Kittle, 1st down plus, there he goes. Kittle getting a block and down inside the